I've been taking notes on an iPad for years, and I still think a lot of people pick the wrong app because they pick it in a few minutes, looking mostly at the design of the app and not much deeper than that, and they settle on one, they stick with it forever. So I ran all three of the most popular note taking apps, Apple Notes, Goodnotes, and Notability, through a standard note taking session, a standard day's work. And this is the conclusion I've come up with. And they did not handle everything equally, trust me. They are not three versions of the same app. They're actually built around three different ideas of how and what taking a note looks like. So I think of GoodNotes as the notebook and binder of all of them. It tries to have so many individual notebooks, tries to recreate that notebook feeling more than the other two. So Notability is all about taking notes, recordings. So while doing all of this, I am actually recording at the same time, and we'll come back to that as there's some pretty neat things that will enable later on in the video. Where again, GoodNotes pretty much is just the notebook replacement. Apple Notes gets here because it's one of the most used. Why? Because it's free and it's on your device by default, and it's not that bad for being a free included, as it still has really good writing tools that are snappy and very responsive because they're first party, so they work great. And some things like watercolor tools and just some really interesting stuff. And then now they have math notes, and you can record audio in here. There's a feature with Notability that still puts it ahead of Apple Notes here, but I can do something like this where it's live transcribing my notes here or my voice memo, and it's attached to the note file. So if I go out of this, it's still recording while I can take notes around it. It's got great support for Apple's squeeze gesture to bring up the tools wherever. Obviously, switching to the eraser and all that is just really great. It's got a artificial shadow for the Apple Pencil when you're going over it, which I go back and forth on if I like or not, because I feel like it probably is part of the reason why I've noticed my device gets hot occasionally when I'm using the Apple Notes app. It's not the most battery efficient, but it's there. It's always with you, and it's on all of your Apple devices. So it's great for that kind of reason. OneNote kind of gets an honorable mention from me, not because it's a bad app, but I think all three of these I would take over it. Not by a large margin, but then if you're cross platform with Windows or Android, I think OneNote is the best for that. GoodNotes has an Android app, but it's like a web-based app, and it's not good. Trust me, don't use GoodNotes on Android. If you're just trying to view the notes there, that's fine. But if you want to use it to continue the notes, it's not going to be pleasant. I am on the developer beta of iPadOS 27 right now, so that will tie into a couple features that I'm mostly going to lump into Apple Notes because it's all native Apple features here, but not much is different because of that. Something that Notability never had before that it does have now is that squeeze gesture. It will pull it up, although it's kind of snapping to the bottom right now. Not sure what's going on there, but it does allow some quicker switching of tools, and that's definitely nice to see. It didn't have that in my last video, so they did improve that over time. And about the previous video I've made, I mean, it is featuring a lot of the same apps here, but I'm trying not to make this a rerun, so I kind of went line by line through all these different tools and went in the nitty gritty between them. I'm not going to bore you guys with that repeat. If you're curious on even more differences between all these apps, watch that video. A lot of what's there is still very much relevant right now in these apps. But I'm going to try to focus on the things truly different between them and which person each of these apps are for. All right, so if you're a student, can these apps keep up in a lecture? Well, now that all of them can record to a degree, I think yes, they all can. Let's record, and here goes Goodnotes, and just like Apple Notes, it's live transcribing, although it does it actually separated by time code, which is really nice to see. Apple Notes is not doing that. And you can get a live summary and stuff like that on Notability if you pay for it. That is a feature it will get. So that's consistent with all of them. I do have the paid version of Goodnotes because it had a one-time payment that I got a while ago. So I still have that, but I don't have the paid version of Notability currently. And obviously, Apple Notes just comes free. And all of them have very good pen and pencil tools. I wouldn't really let the actual writing feels and tools your decision great. It's kind of the extra stuff on top that makes more of that decision for you. But yeah, one of the things I still think works the best in Apple Notes is if I did 3 plus 7 equals 4 times 5 equals 5 times 7 equals, it immediately solves it in Apple Notes. None of these other programs do that by default. I think the AI assistant here can help on both of these different platforms, but in my opinion, if it's not just going to solve it right in line like that and even tries to like match your handwriting to a degree, it works pretty well in Apple Notes here, and neither of the other ones works as good. So that's great for students. All of them have just like infinite scrolling and infinite pages you can keep going on these. That, again, not an issue there. The beautiful thing about digital paper, you don't run out of space when you're taking notes, and they all perform that very well. There are things like rulers and more precise tools on all of them. So I'm not seeing a big differentiator for students, except when it comes to the playback of those recordings and benefit. When you're done with your lecture and you were taking notes and notes and notes, but maybe you forgot to write something down that they said, and you're like, oh shoot, what was that? Well, on notes here, you can stop your recording and look at the transcript and try to find in the time code back with what they said. Maybe you will find it there. There's also a summary you can generate, and that very well might catch what you were looking for and actually references different timestamps. And you can click on it and play from those timestamps. There it goes. So totally works well there as well. And let's see. Apple Notes. So it's not really time coded great. Okay, when you stop it, it kind of separates it a little bit out for you, but it's still not the best. And you can summarize it, but it's like a one paragraph summary. That's probably not going to have the information you're looking for. So you're going to have to dig through this transcript to find something that you forgot. Now you can search the transcript. Very helpful. You can do that on both of these as well. So you can get there, not the easiest on Apple Notes. But what's amazing is if we stop the recording here on Notability, you can actually see exactly, as you can see, it's real time rewriting my notes here with the transcript. And then if I tap on them, it will jump right back to that point that I was writing that. That is something none of the other apps offer. Actually, one of my e-ink tablets does a very similar thing. It's not even quite as precise as this, but at least lets you tap a certain word and jump to that point in the transcript. And that's awesome. I don't see why these other two don't jump on that, because that would be great. But from what I can tell, I don't see that as an option for either of them. Huge benefit to Notability for students. Now, what about if you're outside of a notebook and you want to search something in a notebook? Well, let's head back to the home screen on these here. You can actually see with Goodnotes, it will recognize the text inside notes. And if I search one word, it will find every single note that has that word in there. Not the case for Notability. I know I wrote the word Notability in there. No, still get nothing. So no results there. And then if we search Apple Notes, it will search handwriting and the names of notes here. So like this is an old handwriting note, and it got test from this word right here. It doesn't lay it out quite as nicely as Goodnotes. I really like how it puts like a screen grab basically of that exact point in the notes that you said it, and then it jumps to the note on the right page too. So I think the Goodnotes takes the win for note searchability. And one of the last tests I want to try here is actually importing a PDF. If I do a new note, that's how it imports here. It definitely imports more full screen and nicer in Goodnotes. I really like how it imports into Notability as well. Apple Notes, it kind of goes sideways. You're scrolling through this, and it still has all the note taking stuff below it. If you're just trying to edit a PDF, it's not the best for it. Now, Apple does have their own PDF editor, so in their defense, this isn't really the app they recommend for that entirely, called Preview. So that one is for PDFs only. But you can do it here in Apple Notes and it still works. You can scroll side. You can get a thumbnail view here. You can even ask Siri about some of it. You can do quick look and open it up that way. Let's see. Both Goodnotes and Notability actually have true outlines that they can interpret from the PDFs. So you can actually jump to different pages that are pre-programmed in a linked PDF, which is fantastic because a lot of textbooks are like that and allows you to jump between pages and things way quicker than you could if you're just scrolling through thumbnails and like, wait, is that the right one? And then you finally pick it and it's not even the right one. Apple Notes out of the running for this. I'm getting it off the screen for now because it's not going to work for PDFs. If you're working with PDFs consistently, only consider these two really. Yeah, I don't think Math Notes is the reason you need to pick Apple Notes over these ones right now, unless you really want it to autocomplete that math equation for you. But I think the point is probably to do the work yourselves, right? So you probably shouldn't even be doing that. Here it is. Goodnotes does actually have a math assist mode. And so now it recognizes the equation. You can tap it, you can solve it, you can copy it, convert it, all kinds of fun stuff. And there it goes. A little less clean than Apple Notes, but hey, it does the same thing. And the PDF editing is so much nicer. You get proper contents, and I would say the transcript is much nicer to read through. You can search it easier, better summaries, and there are still some one-time purchase options with it as well. So at least I think so, unless they stop doing that. I'll check that before this video is over. There is also the contents page on this PDF, and what I'm curious is, do the links work for these guys? Yes. If you go to touch mode on Notability, you can actually tap the inline links and they totally jump you back and forth between the pages. And so it does for Goodnotes. So I'm happy with both of these as far as being PDF editors. Yeah, I mean, I'm just really not seeing any feature here that is above the rest. And highlighting doesn't like snap to text per se, but it's easy to hold and draw a straight line. Oh, the highlighter is like skipping. Oh, I'm on a dot highlighter. Well, that makes more sense. Making dots on the row. I'm like, why is it doing that? It's because it's the pen type. I'm like, what makes that an option for highlighter? So tapping and holding on the text in Notability does actually let you snap right to text for highlighting. Well, that's nice to see. Yeah, that works pretty stinking well. So if I had to give it to one, I'd maybe say Notability for PDF handling, but Goodnotes is not far behind. Goodnotes can export an editable PDF so that everything's not flattened, which is nice. It doesn't seem like the Notability, it doesn't have an option at least. So I don't know what kind it exports as, but it seems to be a flattened version. So if we do an editable PDF here, save it to files. Yeah, I'm actually able to delete the strokes that I added on Goodnotes. That's pretty impressive. So it's not stuck on that PDF forever if I have it exported that way. Like, see, I can't change that mark or these. They're all flattened onto the PDF with Notability. Now I'm kind of going back and forth. On the one hand, having that snapping to the text highlighting is nice, but is it worth missing out on editable PDF? Probably not. So I think I'm going to give the edge to Goodnotes for that entirely. So what's the verdict here? Well, there's no problem going with the free one. If you do very light PDF editing, it's just a big notes program for you. I mean, all you're doing is quick memo notes and things like that. It's going to do a great job for you. You don't need to spend money on something else. This can still record notes. You can still even get transcripts and summaries and a lot for free. But if you do anything with PDFs and you want better structured recordings, I would say spend the money on one of these two. The free version Notability does have some limits, and you have very, very few documents you can create in the free version. So you need to pay for it. Just know that. And then you get access to so many features, just like Goodnotes, and both of them become really powerful note taking apps. I lean towards Goodnotes personally, but if you need that feature where the recording is synced up with your handwritten notes, then there's nothing better than Notability. Nothing else really offers that right now, at least not in the same way. So if searching a transcript or an AI summary is not good enough and you need to follow along with what handwriting you were doing at the same time, that's your decision right there. But if you don't need that one use case, get Goodnotes. I think in every other way, it feels like a more polished and better app. Again, honorable mention to OneNote for all the PC users out there, or if you have an Android device as well, there's just a lot more cross compatibility with it, and it's not mind blowing in anything, but it's good in every platform. Well, hopefully, these structured tests helped you guys narrow down even more which one of these is going to be the best for you. There is some quick mentions I want to say with Apple Notes, though, like it being able to copy any text and paste it in handwriting, that's what this is right here, is impressive. But is it mind blowing? No. I mean, does this look like my handwriting? No, not really. It says paste in your own handwriting. I don't think it looks like my handwriting that much. So it's kind of a gimmick, honestly. And I think even Goodnotes has something similar to that now as well. And there's several like writing aids feature like auto detection of spelling, and you can stabilize your strokes. So writing, it tries to stabilize itself. But I just find that it almost makes me write poor, so I tend to turn that off. There is a reduced latency button. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of latency to begin with, but hey, there's some stuff there too, and I like Goodnotes a lot. It feels more native Notability in a lot of the features it uses. It had the squeeze gesture toolbar first. It just does a lot of things right. And over here, it has it, but look, now it's going up here. Like I don't know what's going on with this. So there's lots of things that just don't feel as polished on Notability. It's got that one feature, and it's like they rested with that one feature. They didn't have to try very hard. They got their one cool thing, and they're good with that. And so be it. But Goodnotes, I constantly see improve and get more refined every time I go in there. And it's my top pick if you're a heavy note taker on the iPad. Sadly, I've become pretty light on note taking on the iPad recently, as I've had so many other e ink devices to take the bulk of my notes on. So, Apple Notes is kind of what I do to fill in some of the gaps because I don't really feel like keeping a lot of structured big notebooks on Goodnotes. But if this was my only note taking device, I would 100% be using Goodnotes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you make a decision. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and comment down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel. As always, have a great rest of your day.